I'm Caitlin Fee, and I'm a MyTex Global Link intern at the Polytechnique Montreal, and I have just finished my Open Arms project with Polytechnique, and this is just a progress report and an update as to where I got to with my project. So, first of all, I was designing and prototyping a active pediatric upper limb exoskeleton, and I've just listed here the three stages that I got to and completed during my project, and that was completing a literature review of existing products and articles and information about the user that I would be designing for. I also did concept and development stages, and I got to the soft prototype stage. So, important things to note was the user I was working for was a 2-year-old with arthrogryposis, and I've put the weight of the child as well that I was working for and the maximum carrying capacity. The material choice that I had for the prototype was PA12CF, which is nylon with carbon fibers, and this was 3D printed on a Ultimaker 5 in Polytechnique. And we had two different types of servo motors used in this prototype as well. So the first one was a 20 kilograms for the motor joint and 35 kilograms for the shoulder. The brace jacket that the child would wear would be made by 3D scanning so that it would be a custom fit and laminated with acrylic and a foam layer. Um, but to note, in my prototype, I just have a foam jacket. So this is a 3D model of the CAD assembly that I made. The mass of this exoskeleton is 721 grams. This includes the brace jacket not pictured in this 3D model, but I thought this is a good value to start off with because it is lower than the target maximum carrying capacity limit that I was trying to keep it under. So here is some pictures of the final soft prototype that I made. And you can see on the left side, the back view. So there are different holes so that you can adjust the height and to suit the user. And then the side profiles, you can just see how it extends out. And then I just have a video here that I wanted to show. It just shows how some of the joints have moved. Yeah, so that's the elbow section there. And then that's the elbow motor moving. And then the blue one, which is the shoulder elbow or shoulder joint that's moving. So yeah, that is the video. So some points that I had for further development for the student that is taking on this project later is definitely continue to reduce the overall weight of the exoskeleton. Some of the components could be made a little bit thinner, or I could integrate different parts to just be one piece instead of like 2 or 3 pieces. I also would love to get Velcro straps for the forearm splints to secure that part to the user. Also refining the alignment around the elbow joint and the exoskeleton hinge. So where you saw there was no motor there, but there was a bend in the in the exoskeleton here. It would be good if that alignment could be refined so that it is definitely above the child's elbow joint. Also, working out where the PCB board and battery should attach to the jacket. I do think it should be on the trunk, so possibly somewhere between the the two back pieces and have it screwed on. And some research would need to go into where that should be placed to reduce the weight and the stress on the child, but I think it can be done in a lightweight manner. And also the the adjustable upper arm strip design could reduce the parts or number of movements. So if I go back to here, the this arm can be adjusted in terms of its length, but at the moment there is a plastic pin that keeps the two pieces that slide over each other together. So I think that could be changed possibly to have like a metal pin design, like a crutch, so that you just have to press in a spring or you have to press in metal pin and then slide it up and down instead of having three different movements. And then finally, an acrylic coating I would suggest for the final 3D printed parts. As the current finish, it's a little bit rough with the filament printers, but that would come at a later stage, maybe not so much in the design stages. And that is all. Thank you so much for listening and watching this video. If you have any questions, you can forward them to myself or to Professor Mohebi. As I will be leaving this project this week, I will not be working on it, but this is my um, home institution university address if anyone does have any specific questions. But I just wanted to say thank you very much to the hospital for um, to helping me with my project. I've really appreciated the experience of seeing and hearing from the different healthcare professionals. And that is the end of my presentation.